Hello. Welcome to the Divinely Driven Results Live show. We are going to talk today about 5 golden strategies to book more sales calls. Who wants more sales calls, right? Absolutely. So let's use this as a great networking event right here in the chat. So please feel free to put down below what it is that you do. Who do you serve and how do you serve them? Let's see that in the comments below. All right, guys, there are seriously so many marketing strategies and shiny new techniques out there that it can feel really overwhelming to decide what to incorporate into your calendar and your regular schedule, right? So we're going to boil it down for you today to the top 5 that have made a huge difference in mine and our clients' businesses so that you can finally gain that consistency to book more sales calls and fill up your calendar like never before. Does that sound good to you? Awesome. So I'm Elise Smith, your Christian business strategist, and I empower Christian women entrepreneurs to be able to reach their sales goals by partnering with God, empowering their mindset, and utilizing biblical business strategy. Now, have you ever seen those posts that ask what you can do to gain clients or the best marketing strategies, right? They can be super overwhelming because literally there can be hundreds of different responses. One time, guys, I tried to put them all on a spreadsheet when I first started becoming a business coach, just to kind of figure out what people were doing and how they were doing it. And there was over 200 of them, and it just grew every single day. And I got super overwhelmed, and I was like, holy cow, there's so many different strategies and techniques out there. How does anyone know what actually works? Well, the thing about it is that we have tried all of these different types of strategies. I swear we've tried everything. And the thing is that I want you to learn from our trial, our, testing and all of that to be able to really know how you can book more consults on your calendar. So we're going to start with our biblical success principle of Proverbs 3:27. And it says, withhold not good from them to whom it is due when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. So don't withhold your good from other people, your talents, your gifts, your skills, the experiences that you have, all of those things that make up your programs and the education that you've been able to gain all the way up to this point from someone when it is in your power to do so. That is exactly why we want to connect with people. That's exactly why we have the focus on being able to really make a difference in people's lives and book more consults, book more sales calls, right? So the fact of the matter is we need to connect with people because we're all in the people business. So how are you connecting with people so that you can share what you have to be able to give to other people, right? So get out your pen and paper. Let's write down these 5 strategies that are going to make a huge difference in your business. So first off, the first one here is friend people and start conversations. We are in a place right now in the world where we can connect with almost anyone via social media. It is amazing. And it's also a curse, right? It's great because we can make those connections. We can build real relationships through direct messages, but it also can be a curse because so many people are using it to spam other people. Now, let's get really clear about what spamming is versus what building connections really are, because there is a huge difference here. And I want to see what your guys' thoughts are on this as well. So put it in the comments below. What do you think is a spam versus building real connections? So in my opinion, the way that you can build real connections with people and real relationships is that you focus on them. We have a phrase in our company that we use all the time. It's called WIFT. What's in it for them? Right? So when you're having a conversation, focus on them, lead with them as opposed to, hey, this is what I do and who I am, right? You don't want to start the conversation off just like that, but we can always bring that in later on to the conversation, right? So you can do this from groups, from posts, from friends of friends. But the thing is that we never want to offer our link to someone without asking first. We want to get their permission. Do you mind if I send over my Facebook link because it sounds like you'd really like it? Or do you mind if I send over my freebie because it sounds like this would be great for you, right? So 1, get their permission. And 2 is that we want to be able to offer something based on the need that we see they have, right? So when you're talking to us here at Divinely Driven Results, we are going to always ask you, how do you find your divine client, or who is your divine client? And if we identify that your divine client is in our Facebook group, we're going to invite you to our Facebook group because we've identified the need. So you don't have to feel spammy or worry about coming off as spammy if you are identifying a need first before you make the offer. That's so important to be able to realize. You can do this in 2 to 10 questions if you want to, of back and forth conversation with someone. But the thing is it needs to be focused on that other person, and it needs to be able to only give something when you identify a need, because then you can sell it with benefits. It sounds like you'd really like my Facebook group because we have those types of people in our group, or that you have opportunities to advertise in our Facebook group, right? So we're always selling people on the next stage of our sales process. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these comments. Awesome. So I heard pitch slap the other day, friending and promptly selling. Yes, exactly. We don't want a friend and then just say, hey, I don't know you at all, but I think you'd really like my Facebook group. No, not at all. Spam is telling without asking first. If they aren't interested and want the info, yes, ask first. Respect. Excellent points. Absolutely. Yes. Keep those comments coming for sure, because we're terrified, guys. I think that us as Christian women entrepreneurs in the service-based industries or whatever it might be that you're an entrepreneur and you want to give to people. You want to serve people. And so we get terrified that we're going to come off as spammy or salesy. It's like the last thing that we want to do, right? And so the thing about it is that if we identify a need first, then we ask if we can send it to them, then it builds up that relationship of trust and it helps them to take those walls down. So that is how you cannot be spammy, right? And some people are going to just think that you're spammy anyway. You can never say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. Please remember that, ladies. But we want to have genuine conversations, get to know them, add value in the conversation, give them compliments, whatever it might be. But strategy number 1 is friend people and start conversations every single day. 10 people at least every single day, because it is a numbers game, but it is a divine client numbers game. So go to Facebook groups where you feel like your divine client is at, or follow Instagram tags where your divine client is at, or whatever it might be where you can go around them. Because if you think about what Jesus Christ did, is that he went to those people. He met them where they're at. So start conversations with people where they're at. Strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 is lead your post interactions to the direct messages. So respond to every single comment that people put out there. It's so crazy, guys. We spend so much time and energy putting all these great things out on social media, and then we wonder why we get crickets, right? One is that we need to make sure that our posts are engaging, that we ask a question, that we actually have them, do something where they can respond. If you just put a great quote up there and you don't even ask, like, what are your thoughts on this, then of course you're not going to get interaction, right? So make sure your posts are interacting, but respond to every single comment. They've taken the time to be able to, respond back to your comment, or actually put a comment in your post. Make sure you respond back to theirs. And then ask, friend them if you're not already friends, and then start the conversation. Utilize those social media posts to take them offline. That is one of the greatest keys that you can learn about social media, is that it's not the idea of interacting right there in the comments. Although I think my sweet grandfather, I don't think he understands technology. So he'll have like whole conversations with me in the comments on some of my posts. So if you see that, you'll know that's my grandfather. But you guys probably know someone like that. But take them offline, take them to your website, get them onto your email list, get them over to the direct message so that you can have a more intimate conversation and serve them even better. So lead all of your post interactions to the direct message. Hey, thanks so much for commenting on my post the other day. Tell me a little bit more about what you're experiencing, or whatever that might be. Have that open conversation with someone. If there's a video and someone interacts on your video, interact with them and say, hey, what did you get most out of the video? Or what did you like? Or what are you going to implement, right? Take it further. That's even going to help your audience as well. One, because they're going to get to know you more. But two is because if you give them, if you talk to them about the video or whatever the post was, they might actually implement it in their life or their business even more. So that is strategy number 2. Lead your post to your interactions on the DM. So lead your post interactions over to the direct message. Don't miss that, ladies. There's actually a content prospecting strategy that we teach that we're actually just now implementing. We've been doing that for the last couple of months, and it's been amazing. And we're now implementing that with our clients as well. So lead the interactions to the DMs. Okay, number 3, weekly live shows. Hey, you're on one right now. Divinely Driven Results, right? That is our weekly live show. You want to build up credibility and consistency with your audience, right? And, don't worry if you only have like 5 viewers or whatever. Most people watch the replays anyway. But if you build up that consistency, same day and time, every single week, you are going to start to be known in your industry. You might be known more for speaking opportunities. Some of those might come your way, or people might reach out to you and be like, hey, I really resonated with your message. Tell me more about what you do. And we have that happen quite often. And it's just spreading out those seeds, right? That's what you're doing with all these different strategies, is you're planting these seeds because you never know when the harvest is going to come. But we need to nurture those seeds as we go along the way. So have your weekly live show. And I know, guys, this was super intimidating for me when I first started. Holy cow. I probably started my live show like 2 or 3 different times because I couldn't find a good date and time that would work for me, because I was trying to base it off my audience. Here's the tip, is that most people are going to watch it as a replay. So 1, don't worry about the live views that you see on the top of the screen there. But 2 is that make your day and time for your weekly live show based on your schedule. I know Thursdays at 8:30 in the morning, Mountain Standard Time, I can be here with you guys every single week. And if I can't, I can always pre-record it or have somebody step in for me. But the idea here is that I'm building up credibility and I'm building up that know, like, and trust factor. You also can pitch on your live show, and you can do that on your personal page, on your business page, on other people's groups if they allow it. There's a way to be able to really expand your reach and have a live show. So you can give incredible value that way. You can share your amazing testimony with people, whatever that might be. And if you interview people on your live show, you have the opportunity for virtual stage swaps where you can speak to their audience on their live show or whatever that might be, and you can speak on yours. They can speak on yours as well, and then they get double the exposure. We love virtual stage swaps in our company. Okay, so I want to see in the comments below, which one of these are really resonating with you? Are they ones you've tried before and maybe didn't have success with, or you've tried and you really like them, or you're like, ooh, that's a new idea, I'm going to do these. These are not world-breaking things, right? The simpler, the better. And the thing is that we just need to make little tweaks to some of the things that we do to be able to have a huge impact. So we talked about number 3 is weekly live shows. So decide on a good day and time for you, and then just pour into your audience. Give your heart, give your good stuff, give your thoughts that you have on your mind, because someone needs to hear the message that God has put in your heart to share. So make sure that you share it. Okay, number 4, weekly promo posts. Wow, guys, I can't even tell you how many times I have not done this. So we as service-based kind of people, we are wanting to just give and give and give. Our live shows, our posts, all of that is amazing and great value, but we need to remember the 80-20 rule. 80% is that value add, right? Or it's the getting to know you, but the 20% needs to be a promotional. We're so afraid oftentimes of going on that extreme where sometimes you're friends with someone and all it is just promo post after promo post of promotional opportunities for their business, right? And we're so afraid of getting to that point that we actually are on the opposite side where, where are my value add givers, right? Like, let's see that in the comments below. But a lot of times we just give value and value and value and value. And then maybe every once in a while, we might be like, hey, I'm a coach, come book a call with me, right? But we need to do it every single week. So, pick a day of the week, maybe Fridays or Saturdays or whatever might be a good day for you. And make sure that one of your posts every single week, let's say you're posting every single day, one of your posts every single week should be a promotional post. Tell people about what you do. It can be as simple, and I actually learned this from one of the coaching companies that I used to be a member of, is that it can be as simple as, hey, did you guys know that I am a Christian business strategist and I empower Christian women entrepreneurs to reach those sales goals that God has put on their heart by utilizing biblical business strategy. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, go to divinelydrivenresults.com and book a call with us today, right? It can be as simple as that. Doesn't even have to have a graphic, whatever it is, just a simple post of, hey, did you know I do this for this type of person? If you're interested, book a call with me, right? Or it could be narrowing in on a benefit of one of your programs and say, if you're experiencing this type of thing and you want this kind of result, contact me, book a call with me, get my freebie, whatever it might be. But make sure you're promoting every single week, because there might be some people who are watching you, they're watching your live show, they're watching your amazing content in your posts, but they have no idea how to work with you. Right? We want to make sure that we are giving them the steps to work with you. And also that it might be the perfect timing, right? Maybe you talked to them a couple months ago and it wasn't good timing and you're laying those seeds, right? Planting those seeds, but you never know when the harvest is going to come. And so make sure you're actually putting it out there and offering. It's like asking for the sale. We can hop on a whole bunch of sales calls, but if we don't ask for the sale, we may never get it. So make sure that you are putting a promo post once a week in your posts. Okay. And then number 5 is quarterly events. And you can do this monthly if you want to, or quarterly if you want to, but at least quarterly, of having a workshop, whether it's live and in person, or maybe it's live on a virtual, live video, or maybe it's on Zoom. But what we want to do is we want to be able to build up that credibility and your brand and your reputation and give incredible value to your audience. Now, this could be free or this could be paid, but make sure you're putting on some kind of, I've heard it termed as conversion events, maybe a summit, a workshop, a challenge, a boot camp, a webinar to a multi-day event, or maybe even just an hour-long webinar. But we want to make sure that you are giving that value and then have the ability to pitch your services at the end. If people are spending time with you, then they're a whole lot more likely to buy from you. And so you can either pitch your services or actually pitch just booking a call with you. So these types of things are going to make a huge difference. And especially with your quarterly events, if you have other speakers with you, then you can extend your reach as well. So let's summarize here. So the 5 golden strategies to be able to book more sales calls, because we all want that, is number 1, friend people and start conversations. Now, I didn't say friend people and spam, but friend people and start conversations, right? Number 2, lead your post interactions to the direct messages. Number 3, your weekly live show. Have an ability to be able to pour into your audience every single week in a live video, because that's going to be able to create that interaction. Number 4, weekly promotional posts. Make sure you are promoting your services, ladies, not just giving incredible value, but promoting your services also. Number 5, quarterly events. Make sure that we are planning out bigger events so that we can gain a bigger audience and we have the ability to pitch our services after they've gotten to know us even more. So I hope that these 5 have really helped you to see how you can narrow down all the crazy ideas out there into 5 simple strategies. If you create a schedule, and this is something we do with our clients, is the Divine CEO schedule of really being able to figure out how to fit these things into your schedule, you're going to have some incredible success. Now, remember that building up a sales pipeline from zero, takes a good 60 to 90 days. So it can feel a little frustrating at first, but it's the long game that we're focused on. So 5 strategies: friend people and start conversations, lead post interactions to DMs, weekly live shows, weekly promo posts, and quarterly events. These 5 are going to do amazing things for you ladies. So tell me down below, what are your favorites? Which one are you going to try out and see how it works for you? And if you guys want more great tips on how to build your business in the Lord's way as opposed to the world's way, and you're not already a member, come join us in our free Facebook group called Faithful Ladypreneurs. You can advertise your business on Saturday's comment thread. And if you want to advertise your business in a promo post or also live videos like we were just talking about, then make sure that you ask whoever invites you into the group, that ask them about the Divine Marketing membership, because you get to promote yourself in our business through our membership that's less than $50 a month. And you also get an incredible Bible study and our marketing class as well. So come check it out, our free Facebook group of Faithful Ladypreneurs. And if you're interested in more about the Divine Marketing membership, put DMM down in the comments below and we'll reach out to you. All right, ladies, thanks so much. Implement these 5 strategies and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Bye, ladies.